Hey, what up guys? Yup, 2 videos in 1 week. Crazy, right? Who am I? But I just wanted to do this video just because the Fresh Prince Bel-Air reunion. And I know like some of you may or may not have seen it, which I doubt it because it's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But if you guys haven't seen it, I recommend checking that out. It's on HBO Max like right now. So like get that free trial and watch that shit. But I just really wanted to talk about this because 1, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is my favorite show, and 2, dude, because Will Smith is one of my idols. Because literally, dude is so hilarious. Like, I love him in Independence Day. I love him in Wild Wild West. I know a lot of people did not like that movie, but that movie is freaking hilarious in my opinion. And what other movie is there? Bad Boys 3. Like, it came out this year, I believe. And like, I've never seen the first 2. Yeah, I know, crazy. But like this third one, this one kicked ass. And like, you know, I got the gist of it, who the characters are and everything. But damn, that movie was badass. But going back to the whole Fresh Prince Bel-Air thing, yes, today is the reunion, the releasing. They're gonna talk about like all their like past moments in the show. And all like the like sad, funny, everything. Basically, they're gonna talk about everything. It's gonna have, let's see, Will Smith. You know, I'm not very familiar with like all their names, but I'll just go by their characters' names. They're gonna go with Jazz. Who can forget Jazz? Hilarious. They're gonna have Aunt Viv and the original Aunt Viv. Because if you guys didn't know, they replaced it like probably 2nd, 3rd season. I'm not too sure. Just because she had like a very like she had like a little conflict with Will Smith. But they're probably gonna talk about that in the reunion. Hillary, Ashley, Carlton, and obviously he's gone. James Avery, R.I.P. Best Uncle Phil, the only Uncle Phil. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Like, if you guys haven't seen Will Smith act, I recommend it because like you see him like take on like hilarious comedy roles, but then you see him take on like serious roles. The Pursuit of Happiness, that's like a very memorable one because it has him and Jaden. But like the fact that he goes from like comedy to serious, like dude connect. The way he is on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you could see like all those things that he learned from this show and he puts it into his movies. Like the majority of it's like comedy, you know? But then there's like those serious moments where you're like, oh shit. Like damn. Like I felt that, you know? I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this moment, is when his dad comes to visit and Will's all happy, you know, because he finally gets to like share the moment and like get to know his dad and like hang out with him. And later into the episode, his dad, since he's a trucker, he's like, oh yeah, you want to come with me? Like we'll like get to know each other more. And obviously he gets excited. The very last scene where like he's waiting for his dad to come, his dad tells him like, hey, you know, something came up, I won't be able to take you. And like as soon as his dad leaves, like you can see Will, like he's very heartbroken, and you're like, damn, like that's sad. And then like all of a sudden he like bursts out this like huge monologue about like how he doesn't need no dad, how he didn't learn anything from his dad, but he still got through life, you know. And people say that Will Smith improvised all of that. Like he literally just, it came out of nowhere. And then like at the last scene, he hugs Uncle Phil. And Uncle Phil, the actor who plays Uncle Phil, they say that he whispers into Will Smith's ear and saying, now that is good acting. And like that's like, ooh, that gives me chills. Because like, dude, if you know that scene, you know he like literally he owned that role. And there's this other scene where Will and Carlton are taking Uncle Phil's colleague's car to Palm Springs because like he asked them, you know. Like a few moments later they get stopped by the police, and then it goes to the scene where like they're in jail, and Carlton still doesn't get it, like why they got pulled over, but Will obviously he knows exactly what's happening. Obviously Carlton doesn't know because he's grown up in Bel-Air, so he doesn't know anything about like discrimination right now at that point. But later on into the scene, Uncle Phil, Aunt Viv, and Uncle Phil's like colleague come and basically like tell the officers like let them go. Basically you didn't ask the questions like, oh, who does the car belong to? You didn't notify the parents. You didn't notify a judge. And basically the cops weren't taking that shit. They're like, be quiet. And then Uncle Phil's partner comes in and they're like, oh, we're glad you're here. We finally arrested the perpetrators." And then they're like, that's not the perpetrators. That's like my colleague's son and nephew. And then that's when he's like, oh shit. Like the police officer's like, fuck, we fucked up. Uncle Phil basically goes off on him. But basically the episode is implying that, like, you know, the cops literally stereotyped two black men driving like a very nice car. And they didn't even ask questions. Obviously, you know how that is right now with this whole like discrimination of how cops are discriminating against black people. They're killing black people. Obviously, that's more of a like in a more calmer version, but you know the message gets through. And that's another scene where like, damn, they really go deep into these like topics about it. All right, but now let's go to like the funny scenes, because you know obviously yes, we want to talk about the serious scenes, but that could wait, because you know like there's like a lot to cover. Obviously I'm not going to cover everything. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Just my favorite moments from the show. The next thing I'm going to talk about the show is Carlton. Like literally as a kid I grew up like, damn, he's annoying, but as you grow older you're like, oh, he's funny. The most famous scene is when Carlton is dancing to Tom Jones. He's like dancing and he's going like this. Like, you guys have to see it. It's hilarious. And then like another funny moment in that show, it's like a running gag since the first episode to the very last. It's Will Smith's friend, Jazz. Basically, he always makes like fat puns against Uncle Phil. But it's funny because you know he's gonna be thrown out the door because he wears a specific shirt. And fun fact about that, basically they didn't want to like keep throwing Jazzy Jeff out the damn door, so they reused that scene every time with that shirt. So every time he wears that shirt, you know he's gonna be thrown out because he's gonna say like some wise ass crack about Uncle Phil. This show is so hilarious. Like, you really have to see it and you really have to appreciate it. But the show's fun and hilarious. Best thing about it, you know, the characters, the music, everything about that show is hilarious. You know, you think, oh, Will Smith, like, you know, obviously steals the spotlight, but like all of them have like those moments, like Ashley, she's like the wisecrack, and then there's Hillary. She's like dumb, but it's like basically it's like a London Tipton kind of thing. Like it's a blonde girl kind of moment. And then there's Carlton, the whitest black guy ever. He's so like bougie. It's too funny. And then there's original Aunt Viv. If you see her original scenes, you see that she has like that black pride, like very prideful of where she comes from, her roots and everything. New Aunt Viv, she's alright. Uncle Phil, hilarious. Just like when he gets mad, oh, we get mad, but funny. Oh, Jeffrey, I forgot to mention Jeffrey. Jeffrey's their butler, and he always makes wise ass cracks about Uncle Phil. Like he's the most how would you say it, shit talker ever, but it's funny. And then there's Jazz, like, you know something funny is gonna happen when he shows up. And then lastly, Will Smith. Like literally, if one day I meet Will Smith, that'll be like the moment of my life. Cause one day I really want to meet with him. Heck, I want to work with him, you know. I know, crazy thing to say, cause like I'm just doing YouTube. But hey, he's doing YouTube too, so you know, Will Smith is collab and stuff, you know. But that show kicks ass, and I wish it was on Blu-ray, cause I mean there's a DVD, but I kind of want the Blu-ray just so it could be like more HD, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's on HBO Max, but man, there's like already a lot of subscriptions out there. Like, I'll get that free trial, then I make an email, make another free trial, then I make a new email, another free trial, you know, cause $13 is expensive. I think it's $13. I don't know. But basically, I wish they had a Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure if one day I buy the DVD, that moment, I just know it because it's always my luck. That moment, they're gonna announce that they're releasing a Blu-ray or a 4K version. I'm gonna be like, damn it. I mean, I could buy both, you know, but it's a lot of money. But yeah, check out The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on HBO Max. I'm not sponsoring it. I'm just saying that so you guys can watch it, because I know a lot of people don't have cable or watch the clips on YouTube. Either one. But yeah, check it out and then watch the whole series from season 1, I believe, to season 6, 5 or 6. I may be wrong. I know There's a lot of seasons. Watch that and then go on HBO Max, get that free trial, and watch the reunion so you could understand what they're all talking about. Oh, and first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. R.I.P. Great actor. All right, guys. Like I said, like, subscribe, shout me out, share my stuff, and yeah, peace.